minutes, I will help you save billions and months in exploring AI. But before I start my speech, can we make a short survey first? So please raise your hands if you already have POCs in your company, AI POCs in your company. Please raise your hands. One, two, not much. Okay, starting. Have you already done AI POCs in your company? Okay, handful. So please keep your hands up if you already built Gen AI into production. Generative AI into production. One, two. Okay, great. I assume that your Gen AI is going to use enterprise LLM. So enterprise LLM looks like OpenAI, Gemini, or maybe Perplexity and etc. But do you know that almost all of those LLMs are not hosted in Indonesia? Almost all of those enterprise LLM are not hosted in Indonesia, which means if you send personal data involved in your LLM application, it will be sent outside of Indonesia. So if your provider or vendor did not explain how they handle your data, it might not comply with PDB. It might not comply with PDB if they did not explain clearly how they handle your data. So this is one thing that most of executives don't know. These are the metrics of what I call unknown metrics. When you're dealing with AI, there are a lot of things that you just realize when you try it, when you're going for it. So most of us are in this place. We don't know what we don't know. And that's dangerous. Why? Because we are going to the area that we don't know what we are going to face. And it costs billions and months in exploring this AI. So in this session, I will help you navigate from things that you don't know, into the things that you don't know. So you can figure out by yourself on how to implement AI in production scale. So before I start, my name is Zach Rinaldi. I'm a founder and CEO of Center Ops. Previously, I was working in Otorita IKN as head of data and AI. My job is basically designing the data centers, command centers, IoTs, and etc. And maybe some of you may be wondering, so IKN masih lanjut nggak sih? Masih lanjut. Anyway, in this session, okay, I will share my previous work. So previously, I was working in computer vision company that provides vision for smart cities, police, militaries, governments, and also private. So mostly, I deal with on-premise servers from individual scale to city scale. And if you remember in the 2020 when we are dealing with COVID, I'm the first one who built what we call liveness detection, which separates which is the real face and the fake face, which I think it becomes normal nowadays when we need to deal, selfie and then take your ID card and etc. So I built this in 2020. My recent works is by building AI agent to automate command center. So we did this in Nusantara, IKN, where we combine AI agent with IMPs. It can directly automate the dispatch system. So let's back to the topic. Why so many AI pilots stop at the proof of concept stage or even going nowhere? There are 6 points that I want to figure out, and it can help you save a lot of time and cost. So first, let's start with the problem. Choosing the right problem, but how we can define the right problem. The right problem can be defined into two metrics. First, in the business scale. Second, in the technologically feasible. So business scale, we are answering on four variables. First, does it bring value to our company? Second, is our business ready for this technology? Third, is our human resources capable when adapting this technology? And fourth, is this problem and the solution replicable to the others? The technical feasibility is more simple. Of course, we start from the first thing, the data. Do we have data that are readily available? Second, is the current technology can solve the problem? Can we stretch this technology? And the third, is this possibly feasible? So what we are going to look for is when implementing AI, we want to be more specific. And I mean specific is the quick win as defined in this figure. Second, most of executives and managers that I've met, my clients, they see AI as a standalone solution. But the thing is, when you are building AI, you're building an ecosystem. So, for example, most of the times I'm checking to my client. This is how they think when we are going to implement AI. You have document, you have knowledge base or vector database, and then fed it to LLM, and then you get the answer. The thing is, when we are going into production, that 10 times more complex than the previous one than they are expecting. And those difference of expectation sometimes cost a lot of times. These two problem that I've mentioned is the most thing that contribute to the late of working in AI, and it costs a lot of time because need to do trial error. This is how it looks LLM in production. As you can see, there's a lot of boxes. You can be more focused on the red box, and that's only for Gen AI. You have LLM, you have security, you have data retrieval, or processing memory, and etc. And that's 10 times a lot more complex than just a POC. The third and so on is to become more easily we invest on AI or to manage our expectation in AI. Get familiar with the tools. Why? So for Even I suggest for executives or managers to get their hands dirty using AI. Why? Because it helps them in 2 points. First is to test how much we can stretch the current technology to solve our problem. And second, to get a sense of the fair price of the market. So there are 3 steps that I advise for everyone, those who just into AI with these 3 steps. These 3 steps can be explained into first, being a user. Being a user is simply just you use anything tools that you can find online. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Cloud, stretch it on. Try to make those tools as far as possible to solve your problem. Most of the times, all the executives just need to be the first step, and that's it. But if you want to stretch more, you can go to customizer or engineers. What you need to do is to customize those tools to solve your end-to-end business. So, for example, you might be use, as anyone familiar with N8N, N8N, that's great. Or maybe you can customize computer vision model with RoboFlow and etc. Not everyone should be in the third region, because third is researcher. Researcher meaning that you build your own model, and that's not everyone. Most of the time, the first step is enough. Fourth is by building your own team. Most of clients that I've met, they don't have an AI team, but it doesn't necessarily start expensive to do that. What you are going to do, what you need to do is by having an AI champion. What is an AI champion? AI champion could be an individual or a team that is dedicated with one single matrix. How can AI benefit us? Benefit could turn into 2 things, either operational cost reduction or revenue generation. These are 5 how a company can design AI champion in their current organization. So fifth, evaluate every steps. So most of the POCs that I say is we only evaluate when all of those solution is built. But the thing is, we want to evaluate every steps from the beginning. When we are talking about Gen AI, we want to make sure that our document, such as PDFs or photos, can be translated into a structured document correctly. Why? Because if we did not evaluate from the first step, from how our LLM get knowledge, it will be garbage in and garbage out. It might be sound simple in POCs, but if you deal with terabytes or even petabytes of document, it will be disastrous. And lastly, ask expert helps. AI is costly. Should we go with cloud? Should we go with on-premise? I will give you a ballpark of number. So if you want to go start any POCs, maybe in your team, with a cloud, maybe you can start with 50 to 100 million, 50 sampai 100 juta. But if you are dealing with on-premise, it will be cost a lot more. A one server containing 8 kali H200, 8 times H200, it would cost you around 11 billion, 11 billion. So that's a lot of cost if you didn't plan it carefully. And expert here could help you navigate those answers. So let's wrap up this talk. First, by choosing the right problem. Second, building AI is building the ecosystem. Third, getting familiar with tools. Fourth, build your own team, please. Don't outsource this team. Just build your own. It doesn't cost a lot. Fifth, evaluate every steps. And six, get expert help to accelerate your learning curve. So I believe that the future of business in AI is not AI replacing humans or humans resist on using AI, but it's about creating a symphony where AI handles data and humans provide the wisdom, and also where the machines scale and people innovate with purpose. So thank you for everyone. So if you want to know more about me, you can connect with me.